My actions are my only true belongings. It's very philosophical as we're born naked with nothing and we die naked with nothing. You can't take it with you, nor do we come with anything but ourselves. Essentially, anything that you are performing that's affecting yourself or others. So those are our belongings. All this physical stuff, money in the bank account, your belongings isn't your laptop, not your cell phone. These are just objects. They don't really belong to you. Your spirit is just taking this form, and the body doesn't even belong to you. I think that's where he's heading with this, that this body is merely a shell. It's a meat suit. It's a space suit. You feel like there's something behind your eyes, that's your brain. I think in Eastern cultures, people point to their heart. I think Alan Watts talks about that. Then the West, we point to our head. And I think there's been science now that there are essentially similar cells to brain cells in the heart. There is kind of a stem cell-y sort of thing going on there. So, who are you really? You're not this body. And he goes on, I cannot escape the consequences of my action. Even more esoteric, because you think if I die, it all goes away. So there's no consequence. But I take it farther than that. I think I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. I I put in parentheses in this life or the next. I think Thich Nhat Hanh also has a quote: if the father causes a problem, like steals something or hurts another family, the son will suffer." And the son is very thirsty because the father drank seawater, right? It's kind of like the sins of the father in our culture. Sometimes it's your actions are long standing, even past your lifetime. Even if you committed suicide, you're going to affect other people, right? And you think, oh, I'm not hurting anyone. You're actually hurting. That's like one of the most heartbreaking things to do to people around you that care about you. So, whether you believe in an afterlife or not, this is interesting to think about. And finally, my actions are the ground on which I stand. And I think this is a great crescendo, that you want to be standing on the mountaintop. And I think in Hindu literature, they talk about the spiritual skyscrapers, the internal skyscrapers. Teresa of Avila says the inner castle, the real wealth spiritually and even in this 3D world is really internal, because if this body goes away, if the spirit does survive, then you want to stand on that mountaintop. You don't want to be in the swamp. You don't want to be in the bowels of hell for your crimes. So your actions build that foundation. You can build that inner castle. You can build those skyscrapers. You don't have to build in this world necessarily. I mean, you have to survive this world. You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to have shelter. But anything extra, you can't put it as your foundation. The foundation of a house is that stone and metal drilled deep so it can withstand earthquakes and sort of things. He's talking about that. My actions are the ground slash foundation on which I stand. You want that solid, no cracks, no fissures. You want to be proud of that foundation. You can build from there. So if you have a weak foundation, it's a house of cards. And whether you believe in the afterlife or not, just from a practical sense, doing the wrong thing in life, you're going to suffer. You're going to make your life worse than those around you. So you should build some level of spiritual skyscraper.